Hey everybody, the Super Vader 400 here, back for another review. And this time, this is my review of Avengers Age of Ultron, man. Age of Ultron. After seeing the 2012 Avengers films and seeing all the MCU installments that came afterwards, I couldn't wait for the next Avengers movie. The next time all of these characters, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Fury, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, appear on screen. I couldn't wait to see these guys again. I couldn't wait to see these guys again. My excitement turned to disappointment when I read the plot for the film. The plot for the film featured Tony Stark, Iron Man, building a building a robot building a robot to protect the earth, when the Avengers are not available. But of course the robot goes rogue and becomes Ultron, rebuilds itself as Ultron, and decides he needs to eradicate humanity. When I read this plot on Wikipedia back in late 2014, early 2015, I thought this movie was going to suck hard. After seeing powerful villains like Loki, um, Loki, Ronan, and of course the upcoming Thanos and Avengers Infinity War, the film I want to see, I didn't see how a robot made on Earth, yes, a robot made on Earth, not a mutant robot or a alien robot like the Transformers, how a robot made on Earth is a threat to the Avengers, especially superpowered characters like Iron Man, Hulk, and of course, Thor. Other characters like Captain America, Falcon, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, but I didn't see how it would be a threat to those characters. That was until that was that was until, but I figured that, well, the cast, the star power cast, and just seeing the Avengers come together for one more film will be worth the price of admission. Even if the storyline was bad, the film itself will, I'm pretty sure, will be entertaining. We'll be able to put together an entertaining film. Once again, when I saw the film, once again exceeded my expectations. They managed Jack Spader. What was his name? What was the actor's name? Um, what was his name? Oh yeah, James Spader, not Jackson Spader. James Spader. He gave new life to what I saw as just a bland robot, a powerful robot for the Avengers, overpowered robot for the Avengers to fight. He gave new life to the characters. I love Ultron. Love his design. I love his motivation. He was intimidating. I loved his motivations. He was an anti-villain. He felt the humans were incapable of saving and their crimes were unforgivable, and sought to wipe them out to save the earth and replace them with his robotic clones, robotic clones, and once again friction between the Avengers, because it was the film started off pretty much with the Avengers. Once again, I love how the film started off with immediate action with the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Widow, and Hawkeye at the Hydra base, where they're trying to find what was his name? They're trying to find they're in the country of Sokovia. Tony Stark, Stephen Rogers, Thor, Bruce Banner, Natasha Romanoff, and of course Clint Barton, Hawkeye. They raid a Hydra facility commanded by Baron Wolfgang von Strucker, who of course had been experimenting on humans using the scepter previously wielded by Thor. Thor, and is here they encounter the two experiments, the twins, Pietro, the guy who has superhuman speed, and Maximoff. Wanda Maximoff. Before I continue, first off, thank you Wikipedia. Next is want to talk about those twins. Quicksilver, I love the Quicksilver in the X Men cinematic universe, but this Quicksilver right here, this Quicksilver and Wanda Maximoff, I mean this Quicksilver right here, despite despite the fact that Marvel um can't reference his mutant past or him and Wanda being the son and daughter of Magneto, the children of Magneto, they were spot on and completely accurate, more accurate to the character than Evan Peters's Quicksilver, the one featured in the X-Men cinematic universe. It is here after a battle with these two they discover where Brute Banner and Tony Stark discover an artificial intelligence, and Tony Stark and them secretly use this to build the global Ultron force system. I think that's what it's called. But the system comes alive. Ultron comes alive. He kills Jarvis. And when the Avengers are all socializing and talking about being worthy of Thor's hammer, Ultron comes the prototypical Ultron comes out and says, "How are those guys? How are any of you worthy? How are any of you worthy?" And he attacks the Avengers at their headquarters, and of course he escapes with the scepter. Ultron um uh he then uses the resources in Stroker's Sokovia Mist to upgrade his armor and build an army of drones, and the Avengers go to go to confront him. The Avengers confront him and the Avengers confront him and Ultron, and they nearly win until the twins intervene. Wanda, of course, Quicksilver has speed. Wanda has the power. Wanda has the power to teleport things with her energy and control visions of people. And she has the Avengers see their nightmares. Thor and one of the nightmares causes Bruce Banner to go mad and become the Incredible Hulk, forcing Iron Man in his upgraded armor to stop him. It is here, due to the property damage they cause. It is here where they become enemies of the public. They become enemies of the public, and they go to Clint Barton's place to lay refuge for a while until they earn the trust back of their Shield and the public. It is here where they meet up with Nick Fury, where they regroup. It is also here where they learn that where the twins learn that Ultron plans to wipe out humanity and replace humanity with Ultrons. It is here where the twins learn that, and it is here where they learn that. At first, they thought Ultron was just gonna kill the Avengers in retaliation, because I think it was either Iron Man or one of them killed their 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 adoptive their actual parents. Then of course um it is here where they go more into depth with the Hawkeye character, showing he has a family. At first, there was a relationship between him and Romanoff. This is probably the only problem I have with the film. It went from being looked like a relationship between Romanoff and Hawkeye to going to Romanoff having a relationship now with Bruce Banner. with Bruce Banner. So you get to see Hawkeye and his family back on Earth, and them Hawkeye getting a great deal of screen. Clint Barton Hawkeye getting a great deal of screen time. So did so did Black Widow. Love what they did. Love what they've done with her character too. Like I said, Black Widow, when she first appeared in Iron Man 2, she was just a bland female action hero type character. But ever since Josh Whedon got a hold of this character, she's been much better in the Marvel cinematic universe. You have Marvel cinematic universe, and of course you Silas Claus, the human form of the villain Claus appears in this film, who I think will be a major antagonist in the upcoming Black Panther film. He's also, I best know him as a major antagonist of the Fantastic Four. Next is who else? Um so yeah, then of course an epic battle between an epic battle between the Avengers and Ultron's. Oh yeah, but before that, before that um the jar they use um how does it happen again? Oh yeah, the Avengers. Then some of the Avengers then go confront Ultron's soldiers, Ultron's robots in an epic battle. And it's here where the twins turn against Ultron and join the Avengers. And join the Aven and join and join the and join Captain America in their battle against Ultron. However, while this is going on, um, Tony Stark secretly uses one of the Infinity Gems to, I think, resurrect or recreate and secretly uploads Jarvis, who believe it or not has survived and is still operational after hiding from Ultron inside the internet into a synthetic body. Thor returns to activate the body, explaining the gem on his brow, one of the six Infinity Stones, the most powerful objects in existence. This creates the comic book character Vision. Before I continue, I was wondering how I remember reading that Paul Bettany would be portraying the character Vision from the Avengers United They Stand cartoon. I was wondering how they were going to bring him into this film. I was wondering how they were going to bring him into this film, and the way they did it was awesome. The way they did it was awesome. He was the antithesis to Ultron, the complete opposite of Ultron, pretty much the good guy version of Ultron. Ultron. They brought him to participate, and after persuasion, he can Vision can Vision says he doesn't want to hurt anyone, but if he doesn't stop Ultron, if he doesn't stop Ultron, the world will be destroyed. So he must fight Ultron. He convinces them that he's on their side, and they take the final battle. They take the final battle to Ultron, where they have an awesome fight. You got Captain America, Thor. You got Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man fighting, and Black Widow fighting on the ground. Then you got Hawkeye inside the spaceship. This threat, Ultron's threat, was even more powerful because he downloaded data from the Avengers, so he was even more powerful. That explained why he was so powerful, and also a threat to the Avengers, which I was scoffing at coming into this film. How is Ultron going to be a threat to the Avengers? Going to be a threat to the Avengers, especially especially Thor, Iron Man, and the Incredible Hulk, and of course Loki, who was supposed to appear in this film, but they cut it out. They cut his part out. Dude, what's his name? I also think Abomination was supposed to appear in this film, but they cut his scene out too. Um, then of course, so yeah, like I said, awesome. And of course, they even dropped the city out of a sky. They even they even dropped the city out of a sky. Like I said, so much collateral damage and destruction. Another problem I had with this film was the Civil War film. I was so mad that Marvel chose Captain America 3 to be Civil War, but this film showed you how this was gonna lead up into Civil War with Civil War. Yeah. Then one thing I didn't like, but I applaud Marvel for doing this, for having balls to do this, killing off Quicksilver, which I didn't see coming. Like he said, I didn't see that coming. I was so mad about that because I wanted to see Quicksilver in Civil War. So I was mad, and I was also disappointed. I'm also even angry at the fact that he won't be appearing. But I give Marvel that. Everyone criticizes Marvel for playing it safe. They didn't do that in this movie. They didn't do that in Civil War, where they had War Machine get a fate worse than death, get paralyzed, get his legs paralyzed. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, I love this film. The final battle was awesome. Captain America, he was like, if they hurt you, hurt them back. If they kill you, walk it off, walk it off. And then then the final part, Thor was like, "Is that the best you can do?" Then Ultron brings a new army of Ultrons out of nowhere, brings a whole new army of Ultrons out of nowhere, and then finally, Ultron says, "This is the way I want it. Me versus you guys." And he says, "How the hell do you expect to stop me?" And Tony Stark replied, "Together." Then the music plays and the Avengers goes straight ass kicking everywhere, straight butt kicking everywhere. And then when his forces depleted, Ultron tries to flee. This is where they call out War Machine to extinguish the rest of the Ultrons. Nata- Wanda kills one of the what's his name? Wanda kills the one of the kills one of the Ultrons, avenging her brother Quicksilver, and of course Pietro, and of course and of course the last Ultron is debating with Vision, and after they talk, the last Ultron tries to attack Vision, and Vision blasts him to smithereens, killing the last one, and the film ends with epic fashion with um with Falcon, Wanda, and War Machine being the newest Avengers. With the newest Avengers, then we get an epic post-credit scene, which shows the film I wanted to see. Thanos possessing one of the Infinity Gems says, fine, I'll do it myself. Preparing us for the film I wanted to see. Infinity War, man. So like I said, man, this was an awesome film. Complex story, an even better, bigger and badder story than the first one. And the storyline was one of the things I was criticized going into this. I love how James Spader gave life to what I saw as just a bland, overpowered robot for the Avengers to fight. Gave new life to a robot. Gave new life to a robot, um and this film debuted Falcon's Falcon's armor. Falcon's new armor, which his new armor is similar to, is a modernized biker version of his armor from the what's that called? What's that movie called again? What's that movie called? What's that movie called again? Oh yeah, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I didn't like the armor, the costume they made for him in that film. That was nothing like Falcon apart from the wings. That was some GI Joe garbage. Some company he got an updated costume here. Also love this film for the accolades. This film was one of the highest grossing films of this year with a budget of 316 million 316 million and a net worth of 267.4 million, grossed 1,405 billion dollars, man. $1 billion. I think this was I think this grows less than the previous. Then I think this grows less than the previous Avengers film. The previous, which grossed 1.52 billion, but still grossing the billion mark. And I think this was one of the highest grossing films. I think the highest grossing films was Star Wars. Was Star Wars the Force Awakens, which grossed 2.0668 billion 68 billion dollars. But my opinion, this film, this film right here, the Vin Diesel film Last Witch Hunter, and of course Creed and Ant-Man, these films in my opinion deserve to be the highest grossing films of 2015, not Star Wars, because these films were the best of that year, of last year, in my opinion. Well, like I said, man, this was my review of Avengers Age of Ultron. Talk about once again exceeding my expectations. Thumbs up, Josh Whedon and Kevin Feige, because like I said, I was hugely critical of this film going into it, but yeah, like I said, this was my review of Avengers Age of Ultron. All right, I'm done.